Kia karakira tātou. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka kina ki uta, ki mātarata kura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, tihei mauri ora. This easy to announce who is in the room, but Councillor Newman, Councillor Walker, Councillor Walker, Fletcher, Hartley. Right. Empty in here, but Councillor Philippine. Councillor Philippine today. Congratulations. And looking very brown from the honeymoon, tanned. Right, we also have apologies for lateness from Councillor Fletcher and Councillor Newman. Early departure, I think these people are all going to the Kiwi Rail event this afternoon, so that's Mayor Wayne Brown, Councillor Darby, Councillor Stewart, Councillor Williamson and Councillor Baker are all early departure, but that, let's hope we are, okay, I won't jinx it, but let's just get through the business so then they are able to leave to go to that. Right. First of all, everyone, just want to acknowledge the passing of former Kaipātiki Local Board member and Chair Kay McIntyre. Kay was a local board member for 3 terms and a chair for between 2013 and 2016. Kay and I and Chris ran together on the ticket to get on the local board. Feels like forever ago now. So I was very close to Kay. She was very an inspiration to me. She also gave much to our city, from her local board work to women's sport, to netball, governance, project managing the build of community assets such as Netball Manurewa, Netball Auckland Netball and North Harbour Netball, fundraising for many organisations. She was on the Auckland Museum board and on Netball New Zealand board and the ASB Trust, which is now Foundation North. Kay will be greatly missed, including obviously by me, and I know many of the people around the table knew Kay well. Just want to send her family condolences, and many of us will be attending the service on Saturday. I just would like everyone to stand for a moment of silence for Kay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Mr. Chair, could I just make a quick comment about Kay too, if that's okay?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you, Councillor.
Sorry, I just wanted to acknowledge Kay and I were on the Local Board Chairs Forum together in the second term, and I found her to be, she had such a great sense of humour, and she always looked out for everybody else around the table, which I really appreciated in what was sometimes a really scary environment. And what she brought in the sports administration space, which sounds like a very sort of narrow area of expertise, but it's actually something we talked about a lot, was how do you build new facilities? How do you work with your communities to bring about some really quite amazing facilities for your community in the sports space? And I just really appreciated that and wanted to note that her leadership for me was really important too. Thank you.
Good, Councillor. Thank you. Councillor Dalton, did you want to say anything?
Oh, thank you, Chair. Kay was formidable, there's no doubt about it. And I worked with her on a project, and that was Netball Manurewa. And she was relentless in her advocacy. She had such vision for women and girls in sport in particular. And one of her priorities was to ensure that they were kept safe and that they could come to an environment where they could play safely. both, what they played on, but also the people around them. She designed the courts so there was enough room that we could push chairs up and down, so mums could come with their children and be able to play themselves and have the push chairs on the side. But more than that, it was her smile. When her name came up on the phone, you knew it was going to, you had to buckle in because it was going to be a half-hour conversation at the very least. She would work till all hours of the morning, and her commitment was solid to representation in her community, but also the wider Auckland and actually New Zealand. She did do projects throughout the country. So we will miss her greatly, and she is one of those special people in life who also made herself very welcome in the finance department. I think she took up a seat there quite often to try and get that money that we needed for our facilities. So thank you, Chair. I appreciate being able to say a few words.
Kia ora, Councillor, and thank you again. Thanks everyone for acknowledging Kay. Yeah, she was very, very close to me, but I know that it was kind of amazing knowing the breadth of work she did. And I did a post on Facebook about her life, and her family have actually contacted me because she never told them about a lot of the things she did. She was very, very humble, so they've been quite shocked and touched for the photos and the. She didn't have social media, so she didn't ever splash around all the amazing things she was doing for our city. So, kia ora, thank you. And in the time, I forgot to actually move and second the apology. So, if Councillor Dalton would like to move, Councillor Ferry, would you like to second? All those in favour? Are there any declarations? Kia ora, Member Ashby.
Thank you, Chair. It's not a conflict, but just a declaration for item 12. I was one of the co-authors of the CIA report referred to. I don't think there's any material conflict. There's nothing at odds with the papers before us.
Kia ora, Member Ashby. I don't perceive that as a conflict, but thank you for bringing it up in case there are concerns there. Right, we have public input now. We have Omaha Residents Association and the Omaha Shorebird Protection Trust. We have Richard speaking to us now. You got the okay, do it after.
We need to do it.
Oh right, sorry, I need to.
Minutes.
I'm not on my game today. I need to move, and Councillor Dalton would like to second the minutes. Are there any issues with the minutes? No, thank you. All those in favour? Aye.